You want proof? New York Times? Want proof? Twitter? You want proof? Facebook? You want proof, you corrupt, lying, whatever you are? Here's the proof. I didn't write it. Russians didn't write it, and I didn't get the 30 million. Your prince got it. The Prince of Darkness, Joe Biden, the guy who used his son, a drug addict, to be his bag man. Why do you think his son lost his teeth at 40 years old? Because under this kind of pressure, working with murderers and organized criminals like Mykola Zlochevsky and Elena Buturina and Xi Jinping at the bottom of the river, and Whitey Bulger's nephew. What do you think happens to a drug addict, Dad, when you put him in with people like that? He becomes a much worse drug addict. He becomes a degenerate drug addict. You couldn't find some bum in Washington to do this for you? You had to use your son and ruin his life? And you want to be president of our country? My goodness, you should check in to the local federal prison and start doing your time. That's where you belong, not in the White House. You used your family to pick up your bribes, hide your bribes, live the life of a billionaire. And by the way, I don't think you failed in all those negotiations just because you're stupid. I think you failed in those negotiations because you sold out the United States of America. That's what I think you did. And you were ready to do it again if we didn't catch you. This whole deal was done in anticipation of your being president with the Chinese intelligence services. And I don't care if the liberal media covers up for you. Some of them are just as corrupt as you are. And some of them are so taken with hatred, they can't see the better good of their country. They're willing to sell out our entire country just to get rid of Donald Trump. Joe, you've been a thief for 30 years. Your son says it right here. It would be a tragedy for this country. Our system of justice would be ruined if you're not brought before the bar of justice and held accountable the way any ordinary American would be. Until we fix that, we don't fix this country. You, ladies and gentlemen, have a chance to fix it right now. You make sure when you vote, you don't vote for this man. And you don't vote for his party because his party has been corrupted since the days of Clinton. It needs a cleaning out. Doesn't mean there aren't great Democrats. Most of them are wonderful people. But right now, the top of their party has a cancer. It's called Clinton and Biden. It's got to be excised. Give them a big, big loss. They'll go back and reform, and they'll be the Democrat Party of old. And we can start arguing about taxes, and we can argue about foreign policy. We don't have to argue about selling out to the Chinese or the Ukrainians. We'll be back with several more of these before the election because there's more to go, believe it or not. I just picked one transaction, the one that implicates national security probably the most, but not necessarily the most lucrative. This is a thieving family. And the proof is here, and they can try to hide it all they want, but it's going to come out, and it is coming out. Thank you.